Hello, and welcome to A Head Full of Tales. Today's story is called The Princess and the Pea. There was once a prince who'd been all over the world looking for a princess, but couldn't find one anywhere. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mummy. Sorry I'm late. I've been all over the world looking for a princess. Couldn't find one anywhere. They're either too tall or too skinny, too squeaky a voice, too loud a voice, too shouty, too noisy, too quiet. It's been a very, very long month. What? You can't find a princess anywhere? No, you can't find a princess anywhere? Really? No, Mummy, Daddy. What am I going to do? I don't know what you're going to do, said the king. But I'm nearly 95, and your mother's nearly 94, and it's about time you got married so you could take over running the kingdom. Yeah, but I can't find anyone, Daddy. Go to bed, and we'll talk about it in the morning. So all three of them went to bed. And the prince, oh dear, where am I going to find a princess from? They don't just come and knock on the door, you know. And then he went with that thought in his head. He went fast asleep. And that night, the wind blew, and it bent the trees into funny shapes, and they tapped on the windows, and the rain came down heavily. Lightning flashed. But the prince slept all the way through it. Now, around midnight, there was a knock at the door. Knock, 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 said the king. No, isn't anybody going to answer the door? Hello? But all the servants and everybody was asleep. All right, I'll have to do it myself, thought the king. And he got on his dressing gown and tied it up in the middle and trudged down the stairs. Boom, boom, boom. Who's knocking at the door? Knock, knock. Will you stop knocking at the door? I'm coming. Really? And when the king opened the door, there was a princess. Hello. My name is Princess. You're a princess? Said the king. Yes, I'm a princess. I was just visiting. You're a princess? Said the king. Yes, I'm a princess. I was just visiting friends, and then my carriage broke down, and the wheel broke, and I've had to walk all the way to this palace. And I was. Well, really? Come in, princess. A real princess? Yes. Are you sure? Thought the king. Yes, I'm a real princess. Well, wait there. I'm just going get the servants to make sure you're comfortable, get you dry, and get you a fresh set of clothes and some food and all that stuff. Would that be okay? Yes. So the king clapped his hands, and the servants sort of suddenly woke up. What is it, your majesty? This poor lady needs some food and some clothes. Quickly, come down and sort it all out. And maids came down and they sort of took the prince off and looked after her. Right, I better go and see the queen, thought the king, and he rushed upstairs. Queenie! And he woke her up. Queenie! What is it, husband? No, I'm a bit confused, but there's a lady at the door, and she says she's a princess. A princess? I don't believe it. Yes, and she looks like she could be wearing princess clothes, but she was all wet. Yes, she'd been in the storm all night walking here. She was visiting friends and all that. Oh, said the queen. We have to prove that she is a princess, though. Go and get the prince. So the king went and got the prince, and they sort of all met down in the drawing room. What? Yes. You're saying she's a real princess? Yes, she is a real princess, according to her, but I don't know how we're going to prove it. Well, if we could prove it, that would be brilliant. Let me, I haven't met her yet, but I want to know she's a real princess before I fall in love with her, so, how are we going to do that test? Oh, that's simple. Leave that to me, said the queen. And she made the special bedroom made up, and she made sure there was a mattress on top of a mattress, on top of a mattress, on top of a mattress, on top of a duvet, on top of a mattress, on top of another duvet. And these mattresses are really, really soft. So soft that you would feel like you're sleeping on clouds. There were 20 mattresses on the bed, And then she put a lovely big duvet to make it nice and warm. And under the very bottom mattress, she took a single pea and she placed it under the mattress at the bottom. They went downstairs, all three of them, where the princess was waiting in the kitchen, eating some cake. Oh, this is lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, it's delightful. Oh, lovely. Little finger out. That was a good sign she was a princess. Now listen, dear, said the queen. We have made up your bed. You do like your bed soft, do you? Oh, yes, I'm a princess. I only sleep on the softest of beds. Oh, that's good. Now, you boys, you go to sleep. And, oh, yes, I'll go to sleep, said the prince. And I'll see you in the morning. He had already fallen in love with the princess. Oh, dear. I knew I shouldn't have come down to the kitchen. I think I've fallen in love with the princess. What am I going to do if she's not a real princess, he thought. Oh. And with that, the king and the queen, no, the queen staying downstairs, the king and the prince, oh dear, I'm so tongue-tied today. The king and the prince went back to bed, and the queen talked to the princess. Now, dear, I'm going to take you to your room. You're going to need to climb up a very high ladder because it's a very soft bed. Oh, don't worry. As long as it's a soft bed, I'll be fine. So the queen took the princess to her bedroom, and then they climbed up the ladder, and the princess got into bed. The queen said, will you be all right here, dear? Oh, yes, I should be. And the queen climbed back down the ladder and went to her own bed with the king, and then they both went to sleep. In the morning, the cockerel crowed really loudly, and woke everybody up. Down sprang the prince. I wonder if she's a real princess, but how will I know? The king and the queen got up and they sprang down the stairs. I wonder if she's a real princess, said the king. We'll find out, said the queen. We'll find out. And then they waited around the breakfast table. Down the stairs came the princess. Oh dear. Oh, my back. Oh. She came into the dining room. Oh, hello, said the prince. Did you sleep well? No, I slept awful. But you had 20 mattresses on the bed. Yes, but there was a lump in them, and it was so uncomfortable. I couldn't get a decent night's sleep at all. Oh, said the queen, you really are a real princess. Only a real princess would have felt that pea at the bottom of those 20 mattresses. Oh, you mean to say she really is a proper princess? Smiled the prince. Yes, dear, she's definitely a princess. Thank goodness. And the prince got down on one knee instantly and said, excuse me, will you marry me? And the princess went, well, he was quite handsome. Oh, go on then. And they lived happily ever after.